Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and we are uploading from Queens, New York. Flushing, Queens, New York. I'm in town to see the Mets play the Yankees, and I'm replaying the 1969 World Series using History Maker Baseball. Started it yesterday, and great little game, by the way. And the series is tied at 1 each. This is game 3. We're joining the action in the top of the 7th inning. Let me see. The score right now, as it stands, is Orioles 4 and Mets 3. Knapp is the home plate. Larry Knapp is the home plate umpire. I believe he was an American League umpire. He's the main one who gets called on. And in this game, I did not have a card for Knapp, so I created one just with no qualities. So that works. And we're going to get started with Belanger, Palmer, and Buford. On the mound for the Mets is Gary Gentry. He's a prospect against Jim Palmer. And we're ready to roll. We're using fast action dice. And let's see what happens in game 3. See if the Orioles can hold on. We're at Shea Stadium, beautiful downtown Flushing, Queens. I'll be visiting Citi Field in a little while to see the Mets versus the Yankees. And I have tickets for tomorrow's game. It's a 2-game Subway Series. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to slide over a little bit so we can get more into the picture and get those cards in there. There we go. All right, we rolled a 125. Let's have our book on our right. 125 asks me, struggler? No, the pitcher's not a struggler. 125, patient. This is the batter. Belanger, patient, he is not. So it's a ground ball or a whiffer. He's not a whiffer, so it's a ground ball third base. So that's third baseman today is Garrett. He throws out Belanger. Next is the pitcher, Gary Gentry. I'm sorry, Jim Palmer batting, 335. Pitch from Gentry. Ask me if he's wild. He is not. Then is the batter Sadsack. I believe he is. Usually pitchers are, and he is. Oh, he's semi-Sadsack. The decided die says no, he's not. So that's a single to right field. Holy moly. So Palmer actually has a home run in this game. Yep. Jim Palmer hit a home run in this game in the bottom of the 4th. And he's on with a single here. So he's doing his part. Can't say he is not. I'm going to pull a card 236 for Don Buford. 236 double control, no. Pitcher batting, no. Base on balls. So the Mets and Gentry again in a little bit of trouble here with runners on first and second, only 1 out. The next batter is going to be Blair, and we pull a 4-5-6 for Blair. 4-5-6 is going to ask me, is Blair patient? Not patient, he's actually semi-eager. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Shallow center. In comes Agee. And the 4-5-6. Oh, wait. Yeah. The 4-5-6 is going to take us to a chemistry roll for the next batter, Frankie Robinson. I'm going to pull a card. It's going to be a 1-5 on the chemistry chart. Pitching team harmony. Well, the pitching team is semi-harmony. And the decided die says no, so that's not good. And let me pull that out of the shadow there. All right. So that's not good. So it's otherwise it's a base on balls. So 1-5. Otherwise, no, it's a bloop single. And it has a little triangle. And that triangle basically says if the player has a triangle on his card, he will get credit for that. I believe that's what the triangle means, and he does not. So it's going to be a bloop single, and with runners on first and second, with a 1 row runners advance 1 base on hits, 2 bases on doubles. Active runners score from second with any hit. Who's on second? It's Palmer. I don't know that he's active. No, he's stoic. So the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. You got Palmer on third, Buford on second, and Frank Robinson at first. And it's Boog Powell. I'm going to look into the Mets lineup, although the pitchers due up next inning. Pitchers due up next inning. We're going to look in the dugout to see who's who here. Tug McGraw can show up for us. Let me see. What inning it is? It's only the 7th. 2 outs in the 7th. We're going to bring in Tug McGraw. See if we can get out of this. So he goes 6 2/3, 6.2. And McGraw is going to face the lefty. McGraw is going to face the lefty Powell. And I got my pencils out on vacation. I'm going to use my colored pencils. We're going to make this yellow. It's much easier to distinguish who's who and where they are and where they came in and so on and so forth. So Tug McGraw is in there against Boog Powell with the bases loaded in the top of the 7th. The Orioles are already up by a score of 4-3, so let's pull a card. 125, he's an ace. Struggler, no. Patient, he's not patient. And is he a whiffer? He is not a whiffer. It's a ground ball. Third base, Garrett steps on the bag. And basically that's a 5 force out. And that retires the side. Thank goodness. It's a 3rd out. So McGraw comes up huge. You gotta believe. Proves it. You do have to believe. Umpires around. First base, home plate is Knapp. First base is Crawford. Second base is DeMuro, and third base is Ware. I believe that's how you pronounce that. These are the actual umpires. Excuse me. All right, bottom of the 7th. Let's see if the, you know what? We're gonna bring in do a double switch here. So we're gonna bring in McGraw there because we don't want to lose McGraw. Duffy Dyer's the new catcher. And he's going to be batting after Harrelson in the 9th spot. There he is. And the pitcher's going to go to where Grody was, so Grody's out. Duffy Dyer's in. All right. You're probably going to have to, I'm staying in somebody's house, so I have to kind of keep it down. So you're going to have to probably turn the volume up on this broadcast. All right, bottom of the 7th, Bud Harrelson. Here's the pitch from Jimmy Palmer. Now, Jimmy Palmer's given up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. I want to share something that I discovered using the HMB score sheets. The boxes, because of the system that they use where it's contiguous, and I'm using that word a lot now, yeah, you can put actually the outs on one side and the hits and base runners on the other side. So when you're reading and you're trying to look for hits, it's much easier because you're looking down this column. It's almost having like a double column. So the hits there, 1 there, that's 5 together, 7, 8. So see how quick that was? In other words, I'm not looking through the outs to find the hits. I'm just looking to the right side of the score sheet for the hits or the walks, and to the left side for the outs. So I know these were all outs, you see, on the left side. And that's the way I'm trying to keep it, and it's working really easy. It helps me find, when I add up for the pitchers, for example, Gentry right here. What did I just say? He went 5. He gave up 7, 8 hits. See how quickly that was? And then I can quickly look for the walks. That's 1 there. 2 walks. That was super fast, and faster than I've ever done it. Now, when I look for the Ks, you look on the opposite side. You look on the left side now. I see 1 K there, only 2 Ks. So he's got 2 Ks. So I've discovered, this was by accident that I discovered this. You guys may be doing this, I don't know. And you may have your own system, but I discovered this little system, and it makes it much easier to pick that out. So it was basically 4 runs allowed and all 4 earned for Gentry. All right, Buddy Harrelson, let's pull a card. Jim Palmer, the pitch, 125. Patient. He is not patient to be a ground ball. A lot of ground balls to third. That's Brooks Robinson. Throws out Harrelson. Duffy Dyer now. .166. Workman or Gilded? No. Whiffer. Duffy Dyer is a whiffer, so he strikes out. Palmer gets them, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts for Palmer. 2 outs now. In the bottom of the 7th, Game 3 of the 1969 World Series replay. 266. Runner thrown out at first. Leadoff batter single. No. Fly out to right field. Right there is Frankie Robinson. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Palmer in the bottom of the 7th. All right, go to the top of the 8th. It's Brooks Robinson against Tug McGraw. 116. Fresh. He's semi-fresh. Side guy says he is. So that's a strikeout. Next is Elrod Hendricks. Hendricks is 0 for. Hendricks is 1 for 3 on the day. 156. Whiffer. Is he a whiffer? He is not. 156. Outfield drama. I'm going to pull a card, doing it, and then I'm going to use that 55. Outfield drama 55. Right fielder iron, no. Right fielder's not iron. Shamsky. Otherwise, it's a drive to the gap, fly out. F9, 2 outs. Elrod Hendricks flies out to Shamsky in right, and Davy Johnson. Pitch to Johnson. Johnson today is 0 for 2 with a walk, 3.56. And David Johnson's a righty. McGraw is a lefty. So that's not going to apply. Utility or sat sack. David Johnson is neither. It's going to be a single down the third base line. Gotten in quickly by Cleon Jones, and Davy Johnson's on at first. Mark Belanger next. Here's the pitch to Belanger, 2-3-5. It asks me, is the pitcher wild? No. Eager? Is the batter eager? He is not. So it's a ground out to second base. There's an hourglass. Patient draws a walk. He's not patient. So it's going to be a 4-3, and that retires the side. So that's after 7.5, 4-3 Orioles in Game 3. Series is tied at 1. Game 3 of the 1969 World Series, playing at Shea Stadium. Wayne Garrett from Jim Palmer. Here goes. 156. And Wayne Garrett asked me if he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. The side guy says he is not. So it goes to outfield drama. So we're going to pull a card, and we'll look at this one. 1-4, outfield drama. Right fielder, gold. Frank Robinson is not gold. Otherwise, he'll better lines a base hit to right, single. So Garrett leads off with a single. Tying run is on first. Here goes Jones, 1-1-3. Pitch from Palmer. Asked me if he's an ace. He's semi-ace. Decided that says he is not. Slugger. Is Jones a slugger? He's a semi-slugger. We have to pull another card, and he is a slugger. So it's a double to left with a thunderbolt. Home run legend. No, he's not a home run legend. So active runner scores. I don't know that Wayne Garrett is active. He is not. So runners advance 1 base on hits, 2 base on doubles. So there's going to be second and third here against Palmer in the bottom of the 8th. So this is huge because the Mets now have not only the tying run 90 feet away, but they have the go-ahead run in scoring position at second base. And who's coming up? Art Shamsky. Art Shamsky's the batter here against Jimmy Palmer. So this is a huge opportunity, and the Orioles are going to have to bring the infield in on this one. So I'm going to have to pull the infield in chart. Playing with the infield in, that's always fun. All right, here goes. The score is 4-3. We got no outs in the bottom of the 8th. The Mets are threatening with runners on second and third and nobody out. It was a single by Garrett and a double by Jones. No action in the bullpen yet. Palmer's been pitching a heck of a game. He's allowed, to this point, he's allowed but 6 hits with 2 more. He's up to 8 hits right now, but we're going to keep him in. I'm going to worry about that. Here's the pitch. 2-4-4. 2-4-4. Asked me if he's an ace. The decided that says he is not an ace. Champion. Is the batter Shamsky champion? He is not. 2-4-4. So it's a ground ball to shortstop unless he's a whiffer, and he is not. So we're going to have to look at the playing in. The lead die was what? 2. So it says with base second and third, runners on second and third, runners hold. So it's 6-3, and Belanger looks Garrett back to third, and there's 1 out. So Art Shamsky grounds out, does not deliver, and it's Kenny Boswell. All right, here's the pitch from Palmer. 1-3-6. This is exciting. Second and third. The Mets have the tying run 90 feet away. 1-3-6. Asked me if he's an ace, and he is not again because the side die says no. 1-3. Whiffer or cold? He's not a whiffer. Is he cold? Well, Kenny Boswell struck out his last at bat, so I believe that makes him semi-cold. We're going to have to pull, and there's no bullet there, so he's not cold. Infield drama. So infield drama, we're going to have to pull a card here. 1-3 on infield drama. Is third baseman iron? No, it's Brooks Robinson, not iron. Otherwise, it's a ground out. Okay, so we're going to have to look at our chart again. Our chart, and we rolled, what was the initial roll? It was a 2-3-3, I believe, correct? Was it a 2-3-3? Go check that. No, it was not a 2-3-3. Let's look at the one before that. It was a 1-3-6. Okay, so with a 1, lead die of 1, runners on second and third right here. Infield playing in. Second and third, runners hold. So it's a 5-3. Again, a grounder right at an infielder. And the Mets have failed to capitalize on what seemed like a great opportunity here. And it's going to be Eddie Kranepool. All right, there's 2 outs now. The tying run 90 feet away. It's 4-3 Orioles in the bottom of the 8th. Mets had second and third with nobody out. Shamsky grounded out. Boswell grounded out. Now the infield is at regular depth. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 1-1-4. Fresh. Well, he is not fresh. That's past. Not even semi-fresh at this point. He's just regular, so that's a no. Satsack or patient. Kranepool is neither. And that's going to be a line drive, base hit single to right field, and Runners advance on 2 bases on doubles. With 2 outs, any runner scores from second on a hit. The Mets take the lead thanks to Eddie Kranepool's 2-out single. Two RBIs. Huge. Eddie Kranepool came up huge. Bottom of the 8th, the Mets are up 5-4. And now it's going to be Tug McGraw. We're going to keep Tug McGraw in there. We're going to let him bat. So 1-4-6. 1-4-6 flash. He's semi-flash side that says he is. That's a strikeout. Unless he's a good eye, and I doubt he's a good eye. Strikes out McGraw. That ends the inning. But not before the Mets come up huge thanks to Eddie Kranepool. Actually one of my favorite players. The Mets lead at 5-4 now, going to the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be Palmer leading it off, so we're going to see a pinch hitter. It's going to be Dave May. Dave May was used as a pinch hitter in this series. So was Andy Etchebarren. We're going to use Dave May here. So May's going to pinch hit for Palmer. To lead off the top of the 9th. The Mets are 3 outs away from winning Game 3 and taking a 2-1 series lead. Let's see if you gotta believe Tug McGraw can hold on to this 1-run lead. All right, here goes the pitch to May. Oh, Jesus. The pitch to May is a 2.56. 2.56. Ask me if he's a struggler. No, champion or patient. He is neither champion or patient. Infield drama. Infield drama. I'm going to pull a card. Just a 1. What's that? 1-3. Infield drama 1-3. Third baseman Iron. No, Mets third baseman is Garrett. He is not Iron. So otherwise it's a ground out. 5-3, 1 away. And Garrett throws out May, the pinch hitter. All right, next is going to be Donnie Buford. Buford is 1 for 3. He single scored a run and walked. Here's the pitch, 2-2-3. 2-2-3. Is he wild? No, McGraw is not wild. Slugger or utility. Buford is neither. So single to left. Active steals. He is not active. So that's a single to left. Slide this over just a little bit here, having trouble. So the tying run is on at first base now. Paul Blair, 2-3-4. Runners on base, plate drama. Uh-oh. Gonna pull the 1 card. It's gonna be 4-5 plate drama. Catcher Gold. What is Dyer? Duffy Dyer. I don't know what he is. Dyer is not gold. He's just stoic and semi-prospect. Okay. So what was that again? It was a 4-5 on the plate drama. Tying run on base. Catcher turns. Okay, 4-5. Says catcher gold. No. Otherwise, it's going to be a pass ball. Duffy Dyer lets one get by him. And this is going to put the tying run in scoring position. Uh-oh. Paul Blair, we're going to pull another card for Blair now. So 1-2-6. 1-2-6. Is the pitcher fresh? Well, he's semi-fresh because this is... Oh, no, he is not. Now he's just playing, so he's not. 1-2-6. Sat sack. He's not a sat sack. This is trouble. 1-2-6 is a single pass second. And it says runners advance 1 base on hits. So let's make sure that unless he's active. And Donnie Buford is not active, so the base is first and third now. First and third. And then it's going to take us to the baseball right now chart. Baseball right now chart. And all I could say is, the Mets are going to have to bring the infield in with runners on first and third. The batter's going to be Frank Robinson. That's the last guy you want to face. So Tug McGraw has his work cut out for him right here. Here's the pitch to Frank Robinson. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. We're looking at that 2-4 on the right now. Hot batter. Well, Frank Robinson singled in his last at bat. So he's semi-hot. I believe that's how the rule goes. And the decided that says he is not. Because I'm using that same one. 2, 4. So he is not a hot batter. Otherwise, it's a fly out to left field on a 2. And what does it say about scoring? Active runners on third base scores. Okay. It's a fly out to left field, shallow left. 2 outs. All right. So that's a 2. Yeah, it says that. Only active runners score on that. So now we go to Boog Powell. Now, when they brought Tug McGraw in, and Gil Hodges brought in Tug McGraw in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was in the 7th. 2 outs in the 7th inning. He faced Boog Powell and got Boog Powell to ground weakly to third baseman Garrett with the bases loaded. And Boog Powell's up again. Now the infield is going to be at regular depth for the Mets, so that's an advantage with 2 outs. So we're 1 out away from winning Game 3 of the 1969 World Series replay. Pretty exciting. Boog Powell versus Tug McGraw. The tying run is 90 feet away in the form of Buford, Don Buford at third base, and at first base is Paul Blair. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. All right. Ask me if the pitcher's both flash and fresh. He is not fresh. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a ground out to shortstop, and that's going to be the ball game. Harrelson over to first, and the Mets win huge. They win a nail biter by a score of 5-4. Wow. Tug McGraw is going to be the MVP of this one. MVP comes up huge, makes it exciting at the end. He went 2.1, gave up 3 hits, but no runs, no earned runs, walked nobody, struck out 1, and he's going to get the save, but a big save, and the win. Oh, actually, no, McGraw's going to get the win. Excuse me. He's going to get the win, and Ed Kranepool is going to be co-MVP, I guess. Ed Kranepool got that 2-out hit to put the Mets ahead, is going to be co-MVP of the game. And the Mets win it by a score of 5-4. Hits allowed 11, so the Orioles had 11 hits, and they made there was 1 error committed in the game, and that was by Jimmy Palmer. So that's 1 error. Mets had no errors, I believe. No errors. And how many hits? Palmer gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. Went 8 innings, gave up 9 hits, 5 runs. Four of which were earned. Strikeouts, 1, 2, he had 7 strikeouts. And home runs allowed, no home runs there. There were 2 home runs allowed by Gentry. None by Tug McGraw, who gets the win. So that's it. That's the ball game. So the line score, it was 9 hits. So it's going to be the Orioles with 4 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error, and the Mets with 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. And the Mets take a 2-1 lead in the series by winning Game 3. All right, guys. I'm going to set up Game 4 as soon as I can. I may have to move to an electronic device because I don't know that I have anywhere where I can make photocopies. I don't think I want to go out to look around for a Office Depot to make photocopies for this series. I may just move to a 9.7, or no, actually it's a 7-inch iPad and iScore to continue scoring this series. So I'll see you in a little bit, and this is CP Cards and Dice signing off.